Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
He's going to look deep for more. It got his man complete. Touchdown, Carolina. DJ Moore. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Panthers strike quickly here for 6 points. It's good, and it is now 21-7.
Makes the score Panthers 21, Cardinals 7.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
5-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it.
Oh, they've intercepted Murray for the 3rd time. It's the linebacker, Michael Kendricks, and his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Following the interception, here's Bridgewater. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. 11 yards and a Panther first down.
1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
2 minutes remain in the first half of this NFC Championship. And a reminder, folks, as we've done all year, we'll send you to Orlando for our EA Sports halftime report coming up shortly. The coach with us, as always, as he will start to look ahead to Super Bowl 53. Looking left side, that's caught by Moore. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
Now Bridgewater. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. DJ Moore saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. He knocks it through. It's 28-7.
Makes the score Panthers 28, Cardinals 7.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Dante Jackson picks it. And he'll bring this all the way up to the 45-yard line. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Allen Robinson, the intended receiver. That'll bring up second down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Big stop, G. Big stop. Let's go. Everyone, 37 is the mic. Mike 37. Hey, tight.
Bridgewater, a play fake to McCaffrey. He'll look to throw. Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Eli Apple. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. Well, when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
After the turnover, here's Murray. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 22. And he will take this all the way up past the 40-yard line. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
Oh, and Bridgewater intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Throw left side complete. That's Drake. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. To throw is Murray. This one complete to Christian Kirk. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Murray going to throw. And that's complete. It's the tight end Daniels. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
Okay, interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. Open man is Kirk, complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 12 yards there and a first down. So that's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain there as he kept it himself at second down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Out of the gun, here's Murray. And it's intercepted at the goal line. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. A big seam, and he might go all the way. The 40. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Murray's pass intercepted.
So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. From the right hash, it's a 46-yard attempt. And his kick is absolutely perfect. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches.
And now here is another interception. Jeremy Chin picks it off. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So we've reached halftime here in the NFC Championship as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! The Hallis Trophy still hangs in the balance as the second half now underway in the NFC Championship game. Certainly not what they wanted out of the locker room here as they'll start defensively at the 40-yard line. Good starting position for the Panthers as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. McCaffrey. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Play action now. Bridgewater. He's going to look deep for more. It's caught at the 10. A big play there for Carolina. 51 yards.
A Hall of Fame coach once said there are no medals for trying. And that wasn't a trying effort, was it? That was a winning effort. How about that great catch?
Excellent. They know, hey, you lose this game, you get a ding or two. You got 7 months to heal. They're going to go all out. On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. This is Davis. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3.
And that was a good collision right there. And I know this as a former defender. If you're playing linebacker, you're going through a checklist on every play. Who you think's going to get the ball and where you think the ball's going to go. Rarely do you expect the fullback position to get it. And on that play he did. So you got to steel yourself at that point because the contact is going to be strong.
And this is going to be intercepted. Isaiah Simmons picking it off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
It's time to learn that. Mess around and put that thing up where you burn them. 6 figures every year.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. Had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and then finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some...
And my goodness, another interception. Picked by Brandon Williams, and he will bring this one back. It's a pick six for a Panther touchdown.
Lining up for the point after.
Well, this has just been obviously a dreadful day for him throwing the football. Now 4 interceptions. This one leads to 6 points going the other direction. Tough.
Yeah, it is, and this feels old school to me because you never really took out your starting quarterback back in the good old days. No matter what was going on, he was your guy, and you rode him for better or for worse. In today's football, usually we've got a backup who's warmed up and is coming to the game, so you can see an old school approach here that's not really benefiting them at this point.
If you know, you know. That's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Murray again, 2nd and 10. Flush to his right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Murray going to run play action with Drake and look to throw it. That's going to be caught by Kirk. And he's going to come up a bit short. He needed to get to the 35 for the first, but he only makes it to the 34.
But it brings up 4th down.
That's caught on the left side by Kirk. But he will be stopped behind the line as he will not come close to the marker. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Panthers are going to get it back in excellent field position. They'll try to get the running game going with McCaffrey. McCaffrey with a 1st down and more. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. That good for 19 and a 1st down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that 1st half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our 2nd half blowout material. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. A 12-yard touchdown run as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Well, something about this team, you just felt like they were one of destiny all season long, and they made themselves today, as you can see, the class of the NFC.
Yeah, and it's starting to look more and more like a Super Bowl trip is very much in their future.
And the fans starting to book those tickets. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here.
5-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, "Wake up. Yeah. Let's get moving, guys."
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. 23 yards the pick up there.
And a Cardinal first down.
Murray now on first down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Christian Kirk, the man he was looking for, and that'll bring up second down.
And the passing windows are just not there, and that's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
Now he's forced out left. He'll run it, and he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third. Murray going to try to throw on third down. Flushed out right. And he finds Daniels. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Well, they were in search of a short gain on third down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. Here's Murray. He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Christian Kirk there to make the grab. And the Cardinals are able to make things a bit more respectable. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guy. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Dayon Buchanan.
It's interesting that when it comes to two-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. And they've got it. They recovered it. But hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down. So they touched it before it went 10, and that's obviously not going to help their comeback bid here in the fourth.
No, not at all, and they're trying to get something going after one there, but you've got to give yourself a chance. Let it go 10 before you touch it.
They go play action. Bridgewater. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And now here is another interception.
Isaiah Simmons picking it off.
And a great return as he's up close to the 40-yard line. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years, but here we go. And my goodness, another interception. It's the linebacker, Michael Kendricks. So their woes on offense continue. That's the second pick thrown here in the third quarter.
And we know it was ill-advised, but that was an opportunity to help them get back into the game. Instead, he throws another interception, and now their task is even tougher.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
One quarter remains until the NFC crowns its champion. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Switch up. There we go. 37's the Mike. Mike 37. We ain't giving up. There we go. 37's the Fall down. Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone. Shift.
On play action, it's Bridgewater. He's going to look deep for more. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. On the ground, McCaffrey. And he will take this all the way down to the Cardinals' 24. That's a gain of nearly 40 yards on 3rd and medium to pick up the first.
1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Bridgewater. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. But to be frank, CD, this is getting tough to watch. I mean, you feel for him, but 6 interceptions, that's at a whole new level. It's not a good level.
It makes it tougher and tougher to come up with ways to try and support him. But you have to as a team because you can't just throw your quarterback aside. You're going to need him later on. But it reminds me of a time that a former defense coordinator of mine told me he was in a game where his quarterback threw 7 interceptions. So after the 6-1, one of the defensive players went to the quarterback and said, here's what you do. Throw the ball to the other team, and let's see if our receivers can pick it off and turn it into a completion.
That's just mean. I don't know that I'd go down there and say that to him right now. Probably pretty fragile.
Gain of 11 on the play.
The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Mike 20. 3 buzz. Hey, Mike 20. Watch the screen. Hey, shift. Get wide.
From the gun, Murray. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. To throw again, Murray. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. The Cardinals on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5.
Pick up on the play. And it's 3rd down.
The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
And it's 4th.
They're going for it. It's Murray. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. The Cardinals unable to convert there on 4th down. And the Panthers are going to get it back in excellent field position. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game.
They're certainly not letting up on the pressure in this one. And oftentimes you hear this expression, all gas, no break from defenses. But in this case, it's the offense still throwing the football up big in the 4th quarter.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Now they'll give it to the first option. That's their
That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. This is where, fourth quarter, you got the lead. You give it to the big guy. Defensively kind of sucks the will out of them, doesn't it? Because they don't want to tackle him right now this late in the game.
But you say that with accusatory tones. I mean, but you're exactly right. I know it's not something we actually want to talk about, but as a defender, 4 quarters worth of trying to bring people down, 4 quarters worth of pounding, and now late in the game, here comes that big guy coming at you, and a lot of guys are wondering where they want to come up and make that tackle at this stage of the game.
They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here.
Switch it. Come on, switch it. He's going lock. He's checking. Crash.
And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Third and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound.
Here we go. Delta. 58 is Mike. Bring it. And 58 is a Mike. Go 58.
Here's Bridgewater. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well. Incomplete.
And they're going to go for this thing. They're not going to leave anything to chance. They're going to roll the dice on 4th and goal.
Mike, 58 right there.
Bridgewater. Eluding the pressure right. And he's got his man in stride, complete. He will be brought down well shy of the goal line. They get the completion but cannot push forward into the end zone. And the Cardinal defense is going to get the football back. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And their backs really against the wall now. And we knew how tough it would be for them. You're coming on the road, NFC title game, crazy environment. And certainly just not looking good here in the 4th. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game.
2nd and 10.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Murray off play action. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
And he's got the completion to Hopkins. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Arizona. Tonight's final score, Panthers 45. Cardinals 13.